Hey guys, look what I have. Another Citizen EcoDrive Satellite Wave GPS. Yep, this is Jeff McMahon's watch. He sent me another one. This one, it looks to be ion coated black. Full case. This bracelet is not a Citizen bracelet, and we'll talk a little bit about that. I think this is really cool, but we'll get into that later. So, this one is called the cc3067-11l. Yeah, none of us call those when they use model numbers like that. We don't use that, but I'll put it in the description. I'll put a link to Citizen in the description. The retail price on these is $11.95. No one's going to pay retail, even over at Joma. I think it's $5.80. And actually, even over at Citizen, they already have a 50% off of this one for sure, maybe even more. So it brings it down to like $5.95, something like that. So not a bad watch. I mean, you're definitely over the $500 mark, but this watch is probably more intended for a hardcore, serious grab and go type watch wear. Maybe someone that's not like full on, watch obsessed like you and I are, where you might watch more than one or two or three or four or 100 of my videos. This maybe or maybe doesn't draw to you. I think you should look at it, but does it have the lasting power? Will you actually wear it? That's why Jeff sent it to me. He doesn't really wear it anymore. So, but for the people that really want like one or two like really good watches and they're not watch obsessed, these are home runs because they're solar. You don't have to worry about battery change. They're GPS timekeeping, and they're pretty easy to adjust. I just fiddled with this one without even reading the instructions, and I was able to adjust it to my time zone and check the battery power and do the daylight savings time on it. So, and I'll show you that stuff real quick. That's just something, fiddling with it, I figured out. And I'm sure if you read the manual, maybe it does a few more things. Anyway, 43.5 millimeter case, 50.9, darn near 51 lug to lug. It's also a thick guy, a 14.7, sapphire crystal up top, flat. That is nice. 22 millimeter lug width. This bracelet tapers down to 18, but like I said, this is a strap code bracelet. This does not come with it. What it comes with is this leather strap. And this leather from Citizen is legit. It is actually a really good leather strap. I could see using this on other watches even. So had a little bit of a blue tone on the underside, which actually kind of ties in with this. Has like almost like a country blue or a matted blue dial. So it kind of ties in with that a little bit, but it's black on the top, which then ties in with the case. And then matching IP coated hardware. So very, very nice strap. I may or may not swap the strap onto the watch and show you that, but I probably won't. I'm being kind of lazy. 178 grams weighing in with this bracelet, not the strap. So I'm guessing, you're going to drop quite a bit of weight just by dropping the bracelet. But we're not really here to review the bracelet, although I'm going to a little bit just because I think it's cool. And I know this one gets a lot of hate, but I dig it. And now that I've actually checked one out in the metal, I might order one for a different watch. Crown on this is almost 9 millimeter crown. You can see it actually kind of reverse Reese's peanut butter cup there. It's tapered on the back side there instead of tapered from the case out, so you can grab it better. A little different. Screw down though, 200 meter water resist. And when you unscrew that crown, you get nothing there, right? Why would it do anything? So you pop it out, and now you can adjust your city. So I'm in New York right now. That's my time zone, Eastern time zone. And daylight savings time is on. So if you hit this button down here, you'll shut it off and the hour hand jumps back 1 hour. The whole time, it's obviously keeping track of your seconds count. So we'll go ahead and put it back to my time zone. If you need to adjust it, say you're in, I don't know, LA or something like that, that's it. You just unscrew this, adjust it, push it back in, and right back to the way it was. And it's also pointing towards Wednesday. So it also has a 7-day, pointer for the date there. So, or day, and then your date's over here at 3 o'clock, excuse me. Still pretty easy to read. I don't need a date magnifier or anything like that. It's still plenty legible, even though the Arabics on the dial are much larger. So this button up here, if you push that, you'll see that it goes over and gives me the power indicator. So we are near a full charge, basically a full charge Otherwise, it would swoop back down. Now, that'll time out on itself. That should time out and just go back to timekeeping. In the meantime, you can see some of the indices are framed with a little bit of polish or color. Can't really tell. I think it's polished. But then the Arabics are like raised up on deck, almost applied looking, I think. And everything is lumed, so that's really cool. The Citizen Lume is like a cool blue lume, so it'll look really good. If you look at the case back, it is some sort of snap down case back. It's not intended for a civilians to fiddle with. So this is for the Citizen Service Center to play with if it needs such work. But tons of information there. Water resist 20 bar. The caliber movement or module or whatever you want to call it is the F-150. Not like the Ford, but Citizen F-150. So there it is, guys. Quick and dirty. Let's pop it on wrist. See what it looks like. It's still sized for Jeff's wrist, so it's going to be a little bit loose on my wrist. But there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. I think the bracelet balances it out. I know it's not, it's a straight bar across. It's not fitted to the case or anything like that, but it looks good. I like it. And it's super comfortable. I would have no problem wearing this. It fits the wrist really good. So if you have a 7 1/4 inch wrist, you could easily rock this. If you have a larger wrist, it's only going to get easier. If you have a smaller wrist, you might be pushing your boundaries. I'm not sure. But just for kicks, I'm not going to put it on there, but I mean, it would look really good on the leather too. But for everyday wear, I think I would prefer it on the bracelet. I don't know why. Leather isn't as practical as metal when it comes to like all world, all weather conditions. I think just the metal bracelet's going to perform better. Let's kill the lights and check this awesome Citizen Cool Blue Lume out. It is plenty potent. Obviously, when you have that, sub-dial there, it's going to cut out a couple of digits for you, but you have plenty of information there to be able to tell what time it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Jeff for sending this over and sharing. I'll put a link in the description to Citizen and to Jeff's YouTube channel. Check them out. I'll see you in the next vid.